So what Asian Andy, even in the chat, said, because Asian Andy has watched this whole mess unfold, he aired my shit publicly, which that was what opened up the floodgates for everything, which made him angrier, which made him say more stuff, and then the hole kept being dug deeper and deeper. I understand what you're saying. But it's like I said, after I said what I had to say, then I'm like, all right, that's it.
But you just have to be able to laugh at it at a certain point, right? Like,
it's easy for
dude. I've been arrested. What are you talking about? You just posted my mugshot on your fucking Twitter. You don't see me crying about it.
Well, and we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a moment.
But you're like, please don't bully. Please, poor Baked Alaska. Please don't bully him. Oh, you guys are so fucking mean to Baked Alaska. Oh God, please leave the guy alone. Oh my God, and you're doing all this shit. Like, come on, dude.
Shut the fuck up, fag. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that in a moment. Why you deserve?
Is he paying you right now? Is that what's going on? Like, I don't understand
what you have coming. Listen, you 5'1", 300.
I'm not even 5'1".
Tacky Marion, drunken slob felon. We will get into that.
Bitch.
We will get into that. Yeah, you're
okay, guys. Talking over
each other. Get into that in a moment.
Discount Ben Shapiro.
Guys. Talking over each other doesn't serve anything. So let's hear Nick on Andy, and then let's get into the second issue, the mugshot. So Nick.
So on Andy, look, this is a very silly drama with Baked Alaska. I don't think anything that's been done on either side is anything that can't be unwrung, is anything that can't be forgiven. I think on Baked Alaska's side, if he just goes back to doing debates like he used to do, back to doing blood sports. And I don't know, you guys are going to have to sort it out behind the scenes. I don't think that Baked Alaska deserves the kind of hate that he's gotten, because you can sit there and say, oh, well, you know, I was nice. And of course, I think there's a bias there. And you can say, well, we were really nice and we said all the right things and it was all him. But I think you're leaving out the fact that there's this mob mentality. There's this mob effect where now it's the world against Baked Alaska. And ultimately for what? Because he yelled at his live chat, because he had like a stream, which I acknowledge was not my cup of tea. I think it's like the height of silliness. I don't know what it is. It's cabin fever. It's a change in the energy. It's like what Mike Cernovich is talking about. It's a shift in the energy, but it's very negative. It's not generative. And at the end of the day, it's just goofy. It's just a silly thing. Just sort it out behind the scenes.
He swung at me. I swung back. And I'm done with that. That's all I could say.
I think part of Bake's meltdown was because he is moving to this IRL streaming, and it is kind of like a reality show. So he wants to give it that reality show feel.
True. Yeah.
Yo, I got a question. Does that mean that Aaron is fair game to be the tot on my podcast?
Yeah.
Does everybody give fair game?
That stinky hoe.
If she returns from her vanishing.
So I like the perspective we've had here. What happened is a kind of escalation of violence, of verbal violence, where I agree with Nick's view there. It wasn't much at the beginning, but the response wasn't much either. And there was paranoid thoughts on the side of Baked at some point, which led him to state these things on the record, which lead us to believe some things. And there are wrong actions on our side. And at some point in that escalation, thought that that Baked has doxed him, where he may not have been. He may just have been pissed at the channels and wanting to suppress channels for what he believed were legitimate reasons.
In
so
my
it's
defense,
an escalation.
Though, in my defense, on the escalation stuff, it was everything that he did up to that point, and then he went on the phone for half an hour, and then I get a DM with pictures from his Discord with my family's address and their names, and the person who posted it wasn't removed off of his Discord or banned or anything for having my family's stuff there. And then the email comes in that looked like it was from like Baked and a hacker. So in my defense, I have never been like me being doxxed, whatever, I don't care. My family being doxxed, I was in shock. And then everything that had led up to that point, it was like the suspect looked like it was him. You know what I mean? Like that's what it looked like. Sure. So in my defense, In fact, when I saw that, I was just like, I had to leave Kumite. I was like, guys, I need to fucking deal with this shit, and I fucking peaced out. So in my defense, I was in shock seeing that stuff. So,
well, sure, and that's why this kind of stuff has to be dealt with man to man. That's why we all, and this is a big problem, I think, is the dehumanization of it. Is, at the end of the day, we're people. Andy, you're a guy. Baked Alaska's a guy. We can talk to each other. We have a lot more in common with each other than we do not have in common. And JF said himself, it escalated, and we're at this point now where we're at each other's throats, and it's Baked Alaska's a piece of shit, and blah, blah, blah. But it started out over goofy stuff. And I just think that picking up the phone and saying, hey, Baked, I want to understand where you're coming from. This is where I'm at. My family got doxxed. Maybe you can sympathize with that, and so on and so forth. But doing it in the Coliseum, it's fine for political discourse, but to, destroy these personal relationships. And Ralph's going to say, and I think this is a point that has to be made. Ralph's going to say, oh, no, bully, you're white knighting for Baked. In a way, yeah. In a way, absolutely, because Baked Alaska is a friend of mine, and I'm not going to throw him under the bus like many have. Many people who are friends with Baked, without hearing all the facts, without understanding what's going on, threw him right under the bus based on rumors they heard, malicious rumors, things that weren't true, that he doxed people, that he got Vince, the Red Elephants banned from Twitter, all kinds of stuff. Threw him right under the bus. And I'm a human being. Baked Alaska is a friend of mine who I know personally, and so I got to defend him. He's my friend.
Fair enough.
And I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I actually respect that.
Honestly,
loyalty, friendship, dude. I got respect for that.
You can shove that.
No, I mean, I'm serious. I got respect for it. But in the next sentence, you're talking about me. You're posting my mugshot. Yeah. You're talking about all the shit we have in common. But it's okay for you to do what you do.
Let's talk about
you're off the map. You're talking about it's cool for Laura Loomer to dox Mike Annick's wife.
I didn't say.
Oh
that.
my God!
When did I ever say that?
Don't let me make a joke about your sister. You know what I mean? So it's just you're all over the map, Nick.
Let's get into it, Ethan. Do you want to get into it?
I mean, if you would like, can I narration?
Just galloping. This is, and I hate that expression because Destiny uses it, but this is what you do. If we really break down and look at the things that you're saying, like we did a moment ago, where you're saying, well, he liked a tweet, and also I heard other stuff, and then I say, well, what is the other stuff? And you say, I don't really want to. If we break down what actually happened, and I don't think you want to do that because you'll see what actually happened.
Definitely fine with that. I'll definitely fine with that. Okay, so can we get back to my narration? If you have any problems, you can check. So you said, whiter than your children be, which I actually thought was funny. It is funny. And then I said, I mean, you could just come on the show tonight and talk about your defense of the white race, which is another joke, by the way. Or just bitch out like you did the last time I asked you to come on, and you didn't really bitch out. I talked to you, and you said you're busy. Whatever. I was
nice bait, mate.
I was fucking with you. Then I said, too busy sucking Baked Alaska's cock? ? Which nice touch. I thought. And I said, or we could chat about how Nick apparently thinks Baked Alaska's implosion was a massive conspiracy perpetrated by Andy Worski. Then I said, or we could chat about him being stuck so far up Trump's ass that he can tell you what he had for lunch today, supporting the Syria strike like a good little neocon. Sad. And then after I did that, by the way, to me, this is all just whatever. We're just talking shit. Then you post a picture of my wife, me and my wife. You post a picture of my mugshot, which I've been to jail. Like, it's not even a secret. I just got out 3 months ago. Everybody knows I went to jail. The Washington Post wrote an article about it. I mean, I doubt they would write an article about you if you went to jail because you're nobody. But, when something happens to me, people pay attention. But regardless.
Very cheap, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's just accurate.
It's cheap. But, you have to rely on cheapness, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's accurate, Nick.
Go ahead. Okay. Finish.
So, and then you posted that. You said, why would the Ralph retort attack me so viciously for no reason? To me, these aren't really vicious attacks, by the way. But you said, Ethan, you shouldn't lash out at others when your entire life is a massive self-own, you fat slob. Then you posted a picture of me and my wife, which my wife was, why you did that. You're trying to roll up
Why did I do that? Why did I do that, Ethan?
Okay, well, tell me why you did it. You're here. Why don't you just say it?
Just to show the real winner, yeah. Mr. Ethan Ralph. Just to
drag my wife into it, right?
Well, I think it's kind of funny how you take me posting a picture of your wife as an insult. I think it's
I don't take it as an insult. I do.
It's very telling that you're
dude. You little 19-year-old faggot. You'll never have a woman like my wife.
You're very triggered by this.
You will never have a woman like my wife. Brilliant, intelligent, fucking beautiful.
I should hope I would never.
You fucking dirty wetback stick. Don't try to talk. But anyway, No, it's
I
not
want a wife
it's
without
that
a
you
mustache.
drug her into
I want a
this.
wife who doesn't.
It's that you drug her into this. And then when I talked about your sister being a fucking, race mixer herself, that's a lesbian fucking black chicks, you got all mad.
Well, yeah, because that's a lie.
Okay, well, prove it then.
Because you
prove it then. We have Instagram posts of her,
And what is the post?
Posing up, and there's other evidence.
It's a picture
I didn't go too far.
with another.
You and your fanboys started talking about flagging me, so I had to delete a few things.
Sure.
My account over your dumbass. But,
Are you finished? Are you finished? Do I get my side?
Yes, I think you should. I think you should be allowed to speak.
Yes, the all important Ralph retort. No. Well, it's funny how you open out with like Ralph retort. He's the biggest name. If I got in jail, nobody would know because Ralph retort. Yeah, you're all the rage. You're all the rage.
I mean, just look at your channel, dude. I'm killing your channel right now.
Excuse me. I'll let you finish. Ralph retort. You're all the rage since Gamergate. Tony, highly relevant. But anyway, I mean, it's so funny to me, just the amount of, I don't even know what you would call it here, but when you launched this 3-tweet attack on me, where you're saying, and let me scroll down and find it because you're retweeting all my friends. It's this 3-part attack where you're saying you're sucking Baked Alaska's dick, and you're so far up Trump's asshole, and you're this and that, and blah, blah, blah. Because I like the tweet, you attack me out of a clear blue sky and say, you're not white. And I say, okay, yeah, well, your kids aren't white. It's funny because you attack me on a race basis, and it's like you even care about your race. You're going to dilute it down.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Okay, then you attack me about it.
I almost say I don't care about the white race.
Excuse me, can you control yourself? This is why you got locked up for public disorderliness. You can't control yourself. So
yes. You can't control. You talk about thought patrol, but you can't even thought patrol your own sister. So
let's get into that. So you launch into this attack on me because I like a tweet. I respond. You respond with boom, boom, boom. You suck this and you're that and this and that. I mean, 3 parts. And you're like, oh, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. I was just kidding around, Nick. When I did that 3-tweet long tirade about you're sucking this and you're up this guy, it was jokes, guy. And then I throw up and I say, okay, look, you're going to attack me. Probably not the best idea.
Why is it not? Do you really think you're some like hot shit, dude? You're nothing.
Excuse me. It's not a good idea to attack me when you're like 5'1". I'm
not 5'1".
Here we go again, please. Okay, so you're a little man. You're very overweight. You've been arrested. You've been in jail. And I'm saying, look, you're going to attack me about my whiteness. You're going to attack me about this and that. And you're married to somebody who's not white. And look, I'm not against interracial because I'm like a Wignat, like Nazi. It's because it's not good for the longevity of the marriage. It's not good for the health of the kids. The Catholic Church says it's not a sin. It's just not advisable. And so I didn't put that up there for any other reason than to say your attack on me, your initial attack was you're not even white. And the point was to say you're attacking me for my race, and you're married to somebody who's demonstrably not white.
I was joking.
And then additionally, and then you're joking.
By the way, stop talking so loud, Nick. You're gonna wake up your mom, dude. So keep it down a little.
Oh, that's charming. But then you get into, and this is, I post a picture of you and your wife. I didn't say your wife is ugly. I didn't say your race mixing is bad. I didn't say your wife is this or that or anything.
No, but you drug her into the argument.
Excuse me.
No, fuck that. I'm gonna talk that. You drug her into the argument.
You'll get your chance to respond. JF, Andy.
Ralph. Here we are on Warsky Live. We are not on the Ralph retort, and the responses can last up to a minute or two.
Andy,
you blasted him a lot, so he needs to go through everything you said. Nick, go ahead.
Thank you. So the point I didn't bring her in. You brought in race, and I said, okay, and this is in relation to you. This is somebody that you selected as your spouse. You said, I'm going to marry this person. So if you're going to attack me like you're not racially pure, it's like, okay, but then you're not even playing by your own rules. So, and I can say just as well, if you're going to say that you can say these nasty, disgusting things about me and Baked and Trump and all this, and it's just jokes, but I say, oh, well, you're fat and you're a felon, and you say, well, everybody knows that, but that warrants you then to come in. And here's where it changes. Here's where it becomes, maybe all that could be banter, but then you come in and you attack my teenage sister, who's not even 20 years old, who's in college. And not only do you attack her, she's not like your wife goes on your shows. Your wife is in the community. She's involved. My sister is not involved. She's not on the battlefield. She's completely not involved. She's an innocent. She's not even that right wing at all. Innocent teenage girl. And you make up lies, or you continue to spread lies, which you admit you don't even know they're true, disgusting lies, but you say them with certainty.
Or let's get Ralph to respond.
You say she is.
Let's
wait. We have to say.
I mean, how long does this guy get to talk?
Like,
wait. But he's
he gets to talk as long as he has not finished addressing the point.
But he's still addressing. He's adding so many points that Ralph can't remember all the points.
No. He is not adding any points. He is addressing what Ralph has been saying.
Go ahead, Nick. But
whatever.
But it's a long response to remember to know what to respond to. If we could do this in chunks, that'd be better. But go ahead, Nick.
Well, because Ralph wants to jump right over it, like, oh, and then this little thing happened. But no, he made up a lie about somebody who is completely innocent, who's totally not involved, and a disgusting lie. It didn't say like, oh, people are saying this, there's a rumor about this. He posts a picture from my sister's private Instagram of her with a black friend of hers and says this constitutes evidence that she is race mixing and No, I'm sorry. He said she's some kind of coal burning degenerate or something to that effect.
No, yes, that's the term.
You attack my family, and based on lies, you make up a lie like that. You've crossed the line. That's
Dude,
not
you attacked
fans.
my family first off.
I did not attack.
You fucking co-signed Enid's wife getting
doxxed.
doxxed. You have a very selective, ground rules here. That's your problem. It's cool for you to do things. It's cool for you to bully people.
What was my attack on your family?
But if somebody goes after Baked Alaska,
what was my attack on? Yeah, you can attack. You can
guys,
attack.
To clarify,
dude. By the way, go ahead,
Ralph. To clarify, was the picture posted by Nick the picture that's already available from the Washington Post?
No,
and is that what you call the doxing of your wife?
No, I didn't say my wife got doxxed. My wife, no, it wasn't that she got doxxed. I said that he put her picture out in his, during his attack on me. Which, by the way, dude, there's plenty of shit to attack me with. I don't have a problem with that. I think it's cool. Go ahead and attack me. This is all just internet shit talk. That's what we do. But you're dragging my wife in. It's like, why are you doing that? Obviously, now you've taken it to another level. Now you brought her in, so to me it's no holds barred at that point. Like,
I explained that to you very clearly. It wasn't an attack. It was not an attack on her. An attack on her would be, do you understand? Get it through your thick fucking head for a moment. Try to distinguish the difference here. Ralph is attacking me based on my race, but he seems not to care about race himself. Nick's sister is participating in this degenerative, vile behavior. Try to finesse that out. What's the difference there, you fucking fat retard? Can you tell me what the subtle nuance is there, the difference between the two? And then you bring up and you say, oh, well, you did what you did.
It's no holds barred, dude. I don't give a fuck. You think I give a fuck? Like, seriously.
Wow, I think when people say,
cry more. And you talk about your sister being a teenager, dude, you're a fucking teenager. Like, how old are you? Like, seriously, you're like 19, right? Yeah, so who gives a fuck, dude?
I'm 19 and
you're on the internet talking shit. You get what you get.
Yeah, okay.
Please no bully. Please no bully. Do you know where the fuck you are, dude? This is the goddamn internet. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Oh, please don't bully me. Wow. My sister and Baked Alaska and all these people. And God, please be nice to them.
You're absolutely vile. You're as ugly on the inside as you are on the outside.
You fucking attack how you attack and then run and cry when you get what you gave right back at you.
You're obese.
And if you think I give a fuck, dude, you're a fucking little piece of shit. I mean, that's all you are. A little discount Ben Shapiro who thinks he's going to be a pundit and you're not. You look at your little green screen. You look like a faggot back with your background. It just looks like the most Bush League, nastiest, just laughable shit I've ever seen in my life. I mean, good Lord, you'd be better just to do an audio podcast. You look like a joke in front of that fucking green screen.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you.
Who brought
me on my appearance? You got plenty of room to talk about appearances, fat boy. How tall are you? If you're not 5'1", tell me how tall
I am 5'9". So.
Oh really? Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm sure. And not only are you a little guy, but you're like what?
I'm a little guy. What are you, dude?
And you're like 10,000 pounds. And not only that, but
I'm actually since you want to bring my weight. I lost 100 pounds just the other day.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I agree. Thank you, faggot. I appreciate that.
Congratulations. It got
wait, hold on. I need to know who brought up race first. Which one of you brought up race first?
I believe that would be Ralph. I believe that would be the fat fag.
Oh, is that right? Dude, this is blood sports. If you can't stop crying, why don't you just go home?
I'm not crying.
I mean, you're talking about, they said, please leave Baked alone. Please don't talk about my sister after I drug his wife into it. Fuck off, dude. If you're that big of a pussy, why don't you just turn off your goddamn computer?
Low IQ. Everybody.
No, you're just a faggot. You're just a wannabe fucking pundit. You're never gonna get there. You're never gonna get there.
Okay.
So I mean,
how many followers do you have?
Kind of bad.
How old are you? How old are you? You've been at this for far longer than I have, and I'm so
okay. Well, how did your show do this past week?
So
versus
far,
how
I'm doing better than you.
Hey, how did your show do versus how mine did? Why don't you tell me that?
I think you're.
Why don't you tell me that? I mean, I can tell you if you really like.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see where we're at, and
we will see. We will definitely see, dude. We will.
I'm sure Ralph retort.
Okay, I got like 25,000
lights.
I got like 25,000 last night. You got like what 5?
Yeah,
so,
I have a question for Ralph.
Drama.
Yeah.
By the way,
this touches the problem I wanted to talk about the blood sports community. Ralph, you seem to be bringing it back to bands. And bands is acceptable in blood sports and it's acceptable in our communities. Do you distinguish the difference between bands and defamation?
Yeah. I mean, defamatory. I mean, look, if you say something that's defamatory or against the law, obviously, you can't really defend that.
Okay.
But, I don't know that my statement was defamatory.
It was defamatory.
Well, prove it.
Demonstrably.
You have to prove it that it was defamatory. And also there's rules to whether a statement was slanderous or defamatory. They have to know that it was and have to, post it knowing that it was. So there's a lot of different criteria for saying that a statement's defamatory. So just saying that it's wrong doesn't mean
that you knew that.
No, just saying that
you backpedaled after you made
the
that
law,
accusation.
Or do you not?
Backpedaled after you made that accusation and said,
"No, I didn't backpedal.
I actually didn't know if it was true or not. I guess if it's true. Shut the fuck up. You said I'll take your word for it. You said I'll take your word for it. I didn't know if it was true or not. You're going to make these vile, disgusting accusations about somebody who's not even in the. Yeah, it is vile.
It's just a coal burning.
It is vile. Yeah,
coal burning about friction.
The kind of thing that you've done is disgusting. It's
God, so disgusting. Yes,
it is.
Yes.
It is. You're going to talk about who's white, and you're diluting your race.
But you're cool with having people dox and stuff like that. But
no, I'm not. I'm actually not.
Okay.
Tell me where I was okay with that, liar. Tell me where I was okay with that, you fat liar.
Yes.
Where? Tell me where.
Yes. I'll have to go back to the record. I came here and no prep. So
tell me where, fat boy. Yeah, because it didn't happen. You fucking liar. You lie. That's the worst thing a person.
Oh, you mean
can
like
be.
You lied when you said you got that picture from the Washington Post and you absolutely did not?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh
yeah.
No, did you lie? Did you not?
My Twitter. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
Did you lie or did you not?
You're right. It was a picture
that was.
Yeah. No, look at the two pictures, fat ass. Look at the two pictures.
Nick, was it a lie or was it not?
I got it from a Google image search.
Nick,
and the Washington Post picture.
Admit that you lied. Faggot. Admit that you lied.
Please give me a break. You're going to try and pretend that
you lied.
You just outright making things up is the same as me saying this picture, which is identical to the other one, was from the Washington Post.
Not even close to identical.
As opposed to Twitter.
How mad are you that you will never be white right now? Is that why you're so angry? I don't know.
There it is. And it's a very nice bait. But how does it feel that your children are going to have? How does it feel that your daughters are going to have mustaches? How does it feel that your daughters are going to have mustaches?
Can give you a job on his in real life streams.
How does it feel that your little baby daughters are going to be running around with mustaches and they're going to be like waddling around like little Oompa Loompas? Yes. How does that feel?
Hopefully Bake can throw you a job when your shitty little show fails.
We'll see what happens.
It's already failing pretty bad.
I
mean, Bath was on there last night and it didn't do good.
Yeah, you're relevant. You're relevant, big guy. Keep telling yourself.
I'm very relevant, actually.
Yeah, no, hey, I'm waiting for Gamergate Part 2. Maybe you'll start to get.
Hey, man, you don't have to wait, dude. Just men lie, women lie. Numbers don't lie, Nick.
You're a clown.
Numbers don't lie, Nick.
This is why I didn't want to do this. Not because, who would be afraid of somebody like you? Not only somebody who's stupid, but somebody who's fat.
Yes.
But this is why I didn't want to do it because, you're just an absolute joke. You're an absolute clown. And the only reason why you're even here in the first place, reminder, is because you have propelled yourself back into relevance by taking advantage of gay e-celeb drama. 2 weeks ago, you were liking and retweeting my posts. Nobody had ever heard of you. I didn't even know who you were. And then it turns out that, Baked Alaska's falling apart, and you latch onto it like a parasite. You're like a leech. You latch onto this goofy internet drama. You're saying, my stream got 25,000 views. Yeah, this week, because you've latched onto this thing that Andy Worski and JF created, and you've latched onto the worst like derivative of it, which is this drama with Baked Alaska. Don't kid yourself, you fat fucking loser. That's why I didn't want to come on with you, because you're not worth anybody's time. You're not worth my time. But I had to come on to defend my sister.
First off, your daughters are going to be running. Your daughters are going to be running around with mustaches too. At least I chose it. You're just born into it.
Okay. So. Look at your wife.
Wetback. So.
Yeah, sure. May I ask a question here? Because Nick, you were saying we're being bullies towards Baked. I have my reasons why I dislike him, and I'm writing him off. But do you see that, like, because Ralph said a few mean tweets about you, and now all the things that you're saying to Ralph right now are in the realm of being a bully? Why sometimes being mean to someone online doesn't matter? You can say whatever you want to Ralph. I don't fucking care. But do you see?
Look, I'm not against being mean to people online. I'm not even against going after people. I just think it has to be. I think it has to be proportional. I think there has to be some element of
someone who's a fucking rat is proportional to me not wanting.
But we're kind of merging two different issues here. We're Baked Alaska. He's got it's you that's going after him. It's Medicare that's going after him. It's Tonka Saw.
Because he's a fucking lol count, dude. Okay, that's why we're going after him. The reason that I got his audience is because we were making fun of him and it was entertaining. Like that's what happened. We talk about parasitic. No, we were fucking having fun laughing at a fucking retard. Is what we're going to continue to do, by the way.
Dude, you're a retard.
Okay, yes, my little 19-year-old Nick, yes.
Yeah.
I'll buy you a drink here.
I'm smarter than you, and I'm like probably half your age, and I'm smarter than you, and I'm better looking than you.
You're a little faggot. You look like you suck cock for fucking $50 at the gay bar. That's really, you're so attractive. Metrosexual,
real classy. Yeah, no, metrosexual. Yeah, because I'm not a fat fucking slob. That makes me a metrosexual.
Yes, okay.
You're right. The virgin taking care of your appearance versus the Chad letting yourself go.
Keep on this political pundit career. I'm sure to work out, Nick. I'm very sure.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, Ralph. Let's see where I am in a year, and we'll see where you are.
Is there a way?
Okay, we will. Hey, let's take a bet. What day is this? April 19th.
Yeah.
April 19th, 2018.
Yes.
Let's check back on Worski Live next year on this day, and we'll see where we both are.
Start it tomorrow, because tomorrow's Hitler's birthday.
Okay, that makes sense.
We can all remember that date.
Yeah, let's do it. 420. Yes.
We're having a party here tomorrow, by the way.
We'll see where we both are. And if I'm in a better spot than you can eat your words.
And I'll take that bet any day.
And vice versa, I'll eat my words. How about that?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna enter the bet and bring my 2 cents in and say I'm betting on Nick.
Okay.
Ralph, what the strategy that you've adopted within the last weeks, you can do it. But you are turning to the drama that is unsustainable in the long term.
It's not really unsustainable, though, JF. I mean, look at the Kumite. You talk about nobody likes drama. People love drama. And Tonga Saw said the same thing.
I'm not saying nobody likes drama.
They love it.
I think that your current strategy is unsustainable. I think that you are currently being overrated due to drama. And you're gonna have to find, or you could change in the next year, and you could find a way to have some more depth. But right now, what I see is that you are surfing on waves.
You've got plenty of depth. There's plenty of depth.
I think you're comparing apples to oranges, JF.